Okay. Good evening, everybody. In our previous class, we stopped in page 9, if I'm right. So today, we are starting from page 10. And the page 10 says that spazio totale di arresto. Total space of stopping. Total space of stopping. Okay, let's go. Pay attention. Pay attention. So you can zoom your screen. You can zoom the screen so that you can see clearly. Number 1.
Lo spazio totale di arresto è pari allo spazio percorso nel tempo di reazione più quello percorso durante la frenata.
Now remember, we already talked about the total space. First of all, you have to understand that lo spazio totale di arresto means the space of stopping. Remember that place that the brakes started skipping. This place. Remember this place, so okay, good. That's what we're talking about. All right. Lo spazio totale di arresto. So that space now, that long space of stopping, is equal with the spazio percorso. So now is an equal with the space, okay, of circulation and the time of your realizing più quello percorso durante la frenata, with the time of your realizing and the time of that total stopping, okay, durante la frenata, during your braking time, you can match your brake. Yes, it is true. Now explain. Lo spazio totale di arresto, so your total space of stopping. Look at it here. This is where you don't arrest. If you look at it here, arresto totale. You see it here, it's written here, arresto totale. So this is the total place where you are stopping now. Okay? Now, during the time of your circulation, this is where your circulation begins. Tempo reazione. During the time of your circulation, you were circulating percorso, you will be circulating. All right? Now, getting to this point, you now realize that you need to stop at a particular point. Okay? So now, this is your beginning of your braking. Inizio di frenata. You started braking from here. And you later now stop here. Now, during the time of your circulation and the time you realize that you have to stop, these are totally equal. So they work together to that now make you to stop successfully. Now, let me show you something here. Is lo spazio totale di arresto è pari lo spazio percorso. Is it your total space of stopping now is equal with that time that you were circulating? You know, you are coming from somewhere, right? Okay, good. With that time that you were circulating and the time you now realize. So, you say il tempo di reazione. Okay, the time you now realize that, oh, I've been circulating before, okay, and I realize I have to stop in that red gate. Okay, good. Now, that place that started matching your brake, it said, più quello percorso durante la frenata. You see that time that you now started matching your brake, they are all equal. You have to calculate everything together. You understand? You now say that you started matching brake from that place. No. During when you started coming, and you now realize I have to stop in that gate, all these are all equal. That's what he said. Lo spazio di arresto è pari is equal with the time of your circulation and the time you now realize tempo di reazione più quello percorso durante la frenata. You have to plus the time you now brake. Okay, during the time you start matching your brake, all these things are together. Yes, it is true. È vero. All right. He said the total stopping distance is equal to the distance covered where we are coming from. Remember, you're coming from somewhere. In the reaction, which is your realization, time plus that covered during the braking. So all these things, you understand, all are together. That's what you are saying, okay? During the time of your braking, your realizing, and during the time of your circulation, okay? These are the total stopping points. Okay, guys? Yes, it is true. And the answer is zero. If you have any question, you ask me. Number 2.
Lo spazio totale di arresto dipende dalla velocità.
Now, it says this total space of stopping. Remember, your total space of stopping. Your coming, your time of realizing, and you then later stop, all that total of not stopping, okay? He said it depends on your velocity. Yes. So your total space of stopping depends on your velocity. So if you are driving in a very low speed, I believe you want to stop in that red gate. I'm using that word as an example. Red gate. You want to stop in that red gate. You will stop in that red gate safely if you are driving in a very low speed. But if you are driving a very high speed and you want to stop in that red gate, you might not stop in that red gate successfully. Maybe you might pass the red gate because of the high speed. So he now said, lo spazio totale di arresto depend on your velocity. Yes, and the answer is true, è vero. Number 3.
Lo spazio totale di arresto dipende dall'usura dei pneumatici.
Now, he said the total space of your stopping, remember, you want to stop. I use the word that red gate, okay, as an example, right? You want to stop at that red gate. Your total space that you now later now stop at that red gate, lose. He said it also depends on the use of your pneumatici. What is pneumatici? Pneumatici meaning your tire. So if your tire don't want out, if you look at it carefully, you see that this here have battistrada. What is battistrada? It has grip, you see? You see all these mats, all these teeth, you get teeth. So when the teeth is fired, if the teeth don't fire, you got to say usare, so it has worn out, okay? He said, lo spazio totale di arresto, so it also depends on the use, meaning your tire, you don't use the tire where you have used the tire, okay? Della pneumatici. Yes, your tire condition also determines your total space of stopping. If your tire condition has worn out, meaning it has failed, for you to stop safely, it will be difficult. You will slide. You understand? Okay, so your tire also depends on your stopping space. Yes, it is true. And the answer is vero. Number 4.
Lo spazio totale di arresto dipende dalle condizioni dell'asfalto.
Now, he said, lo spazio totale di arresto depend on the condition of the asphalt. What is asphalt? We're talking about the condition of the ground. Asphalt meaning the ground. This ground. So your total space of stopping also depends on this ground. Let's assume that this ground has water. There is water. There is water on this ground, or fango, mold, or a foliage, which is leaves. You understand? It is on this ground. Your vehicle will not stop safely. You understand? It will slide because your total space of stopping also depends on the ground. Okay, if you will stop safely, it depends on the ground. It also depends on the ground. Okay, guys? Yes, it is true. Lo spazio di arresto dipende dalla condizione di asfalto. Yes, and the answer is vero. Okay. Right. Remember, not teach on the fast, so the fast, the update on the vero. In case you have any question, take a screenshot, send into the group for question, and also drop your voice notes. Number page 11. Okay, so. Aumenta spaço de arresto, the increase, aumento spaço de arresto. We just did the total space of stopping. Now, we're going to talk about the aumento spaço de arresto, the increase of space of stopping. The increase of space of stopping.
Lo spazio totale di arresto aumenta se aumenta la velocità.
The total space of stopping increases. Say aumenta. Now, if you also increase your velocity, the total space of stopping will increase if you also increase your velocity. Yes, it is true. Your total space of stopping, it will increase. Remember, you wanted to stop at that red gate as an example, okay? If you will stop at that red gate, you also determine your speed. He said the total space of stopping also increases, meaning it will slide, when you also increase your speed. Okay? So your speed also determines your stopping point. Yes, it is true. È vero.
Lo spazio totale di arresto aumenta se la strada è innevata.
Now, the total space of stopping increases se la strada è innevata. If this road is full of snow, your total space that you will not stop, it will increase. Now, the increase is talking about is not saying that it will be able to grip the ground very well. No, it means that the increase is talking about that your vehicle will slide, it will swing. Now, is your total space of stopping aumenta, meaning it increased se la strada, which is se la strada, I mean the road è innevata. Now, if the road is full of snow, like this, okay, your total space of stopping, it says it will increase, meaning it will slide. Yes, it is true, and the answer is vero. Number 3.
Lo spazio totale di arresto aumenta se la strada è coperta di fango.
Now, it says lo spazio totale di arresto aumenta. It says total space of stopping increases se la strada è coperta di fango. Now, let me show you fango here. Come on. Look at it here. Now, you see your total space. Let's assume you want to stop somewhere there. You see my match, right? And then you are not circulating here with speed. You will not stop there. You will slide. Your space of stop will not increase. You will not push front because here is full of a mud, which is poto, right? So this place will make you vehicle to slide. Okay? Yes, and the answer is vero.
Lo spazio totale di arresto aumenta se i pneumatici sono usurati.
Lo spazio totale di arresto aumenta. Il total space of stopping increases. So aumenta se la pneumatici sono usurati. Pay attention. The total space of stopping, it will increase. Say i pneumatici, now if the tire are usurati, if the tire are worn out. Okay, so it says sono usurati if the tire are worn out. In the 5. You see your total space of stopping now will not slide. Yes, it is true, and the answer is vero. In case you have any question, you take a screenshot, you send for further explanation. Okay, so let's proceed to the next one. I guess this one was well explained. Number 12.
Sulla distanza di sicurezza influisce la concentrazione del conducente.
It says sulla distanza di sicurezza influisce. It says on your security distance, you know security distance, your distance that you will give to the vehicle in front of you. It says sulla distanza di sicurezza means your security distance influisce. You know, it says your security distance influence. Okay, your security distance it also influence la concentrazione di conducente. You see, your security distance also influence the concentration of the driver. So if the driver will pay attention to security distance, if the driver will not hit the vehicle in front of him, he also influence his own concentration. So if he's been distracted, definitely he will not know when we hit the vehicle in front of him. Let's assume that he's driving and he's talking to his friend. Yeah, fine now. You understand? Or looking at someone that is passing. You understand? Throwing out the concentration of driving, it might hit someone. So it's your security distance is also influence the concentration of the driver. Yes, it is true. And the answer is vero.
Sulla distanza di sicurezza influisce la velocità a cui si viaggia.
Sulla distanza di sicurezza influisce la velocità a cui viaggia. Now, it's your security distance also influence the speed, okay, of which you are circulating. So the speed of which you are circulating. So your distance, if you will not hit the vehicle in front of you, so you also determine your speed that you are coming, that you are driving. You understand? Yes, it is true. Viaggia there means travel. Okay, you also mean viaggia, the speed that you are traveling, you are speeding on. Yes, it's
Sulla distanza di sicurezza influisce il carico trasportato dal veicolo.
E se sulla distanza di sicurezza influisce il carico trasportato dei veicoli. E se the security distance influence the load transported. Okay? by the vehicle. All right? Your security distance influences the load that you are carrying. Your security distance influences the load that you are carrying. Let's assume you are carrying excess load. If you are carrying a load that is unstable, if you mash your brake, the vehicle will be unstable, like it will be jogging. You understand? Like it will be waving because it's carrying excess load. So your security distance also influence the load that you are carrying. What carry meaning load, transportat meaning transported. The vehicle, you are transporting the vehicle. Yes, it is true, and the answer is very.
Sulla distanza di sicurezza influiscono l'aderenza e le condizioni dei pneumatici.
Sulla distanza di sicurezza influiscono l'aderenza e la condizione dei pneumatici. Dice security distance influence the gripping. The word l'aderenza, they mean the grip. The grip. We want to grip the ground, okay? The security distance we see influence the gripping, okay? L'aderenza e la condizione dei pneumatici influence the gripping of the ground, which your tire to grip the ground, and the condition of your tire. Yes, it is true. So if your tire will grip the ground very well, it also depends on your tire. Depends on the condition of your tire. If your tire don't fire, you will not be able to grip the ground very well. So you say your security distance influence l'aderenza, the gripping e la condizione di pneumatici, and the condition of your tire. Yes, if your tire will grip the ground very well, it also depends on your tire. Yes, and the answer is zero.
Sulla distanza di sicurezza influisce l'efficienza del freno di servizio.
Now remember, look at this one carefully. You see, your security distance also influence the efficiency, okay, the freno di servizio. Freno di servizio meaning the leg brake, the foot brake, which is this one. So and if you match an appeal, all the leg will stop, they'll hold down, they'll bend down. So if the efficiency of this brake, let's assume that on this brake, there's no more hydraulic. You know, say work with hydraulic, or you work with electric, or your brake pad has failed. You also depend on your security. It also depends if your vehicle will give a good distance on the vehicle in front of him or her. You understand? Good. Now, attention. Sulla distanza di sicurezza influiscono l'aderenza del freno di servizio. The security distance also influence the efficiency, okay, of your braking system. Yes. So if you match your brake now, will your vehicle stop safely? Let's assume that the vehicle brake has finished. Maybe the brake pad has finished in the sense that has consumed. The brake pad has consumed, and you now match your brake. Your vehicle will not stop. It will just be going because there's no more brake. So that's why he's saying that your security distance also influence the efficiency of your braking system. Yes, it is true. Freno di servizio, and the answer is yes. In case you have any question, you take a screenshot and add your question to it. All right. Number 13. La distanza di sicurezza dipende da. Let's go. Now, it's talking about your security distance. All right. Number 1 says, la distanza di sicurezza. Let me play it.
La distanza di sicurezza non dipende dal tipo di alimentazione del motore, benzina, gasolio, GPL.
You see, la distanza di sicurezza non dipende dal tipo di alimentazione. All right, di motore, benzina, gasolio, GPL. You see, your security distance does not depend, meaning do not depend. Your security distance, you see, your security distance, you just want to give vehicle in front of you. You say not depend on the type of the alimentazione, meaning the type of something that you are feeding your vehicle with. What are you feeding your vehicle with? All right. You see, your security distance, it not depend on waiting you are feeding your vehicle with, which you are feeding your engine, your vehicle with. Then in that sense, the thing that you feed your vehicle with are benzina, which is fuel, gasoil, which is diesel, or GPL, which is gas. So if your vehicle feed on this thing to walk on the road, like for you to start, you need benzina, gasolio, or GPL. You understand? If you know that this is what you feed your vehicle with, he said it not depend on your speed distance. If your fuel finish, they drive, they go. That one go toss me your brake. If you get brake, you know stop. You go stop. If your brake, they go stop. Your brake are functioning. Your security distance not depends on your gasolio. If fuel don't finish for your car, you go finish. No waka pass there. If GPL finish for your car, which is gas, you know waka pass there. If gasolio diesel finish for your car, you know waka pass. They go off. So all these things not depend on your security distance. Yes, it is true. And the answer is vero.
La distanza di sicurezza dipende dalle condizioni di salute del conducente.
Now, look at what depend on your security distance. You see, la distanza di sicurezza depende, is your security distance depend on the condition of the head. The salute then mean the head. The head of who? Conducente, which is the driver. Okay? So if the driver is sick, you know if he give good distance, if he say like the vehicle wey dey in front of her, far away from her. You understand? Okay? So if the vehicle wey dey in front of her, you go say it's far, whereas it's very close to him because he's feeling headache, he's sick. All right? Like sense sicurezza depend on the condition of the head of the driver. Yes, and the answer is vero.
La distanza di sicurezza dipende dall'attenzione e concentrazione del conducente durante la guida.
Now, you see your security distance, okay, it also depend on the attention and the concentration, which is attenzione e contrazione, with the attention and the concentration, the conducente with the attention and the concentration of the driver during the driving period. So if the driver have a good concentration on the driving time and paying attention to the road, definitely he will know when not to get close or when not to when to give a distance or when to get close because his concentration is on the road. You understand? So, but if your concentration is distracted by looking at somewhere, you might miss it. You understand? So that's why I say that. Like the sequence, it depends on the attention and the concentration of the conducente, which is the driver, during the driving period. Yes, it is true. È vero.
Quando si marcia in colonna, conviene aumentare la distanza di sicurezza per evitare tamponamenti a catena.
Now, he said, quando si marcia in colonna, he said, when you driving in queue. Colonna meaning queue. You are driving on a queue. Go slow, all right? Conviene aumentare la distanza di sicurezza. He said, if you are driving on a queue and go slow, he said, this comes with the increase of your security distance, meaning you have to give a good distance of the vehicle in front of you because you are driving in queue. So that you will not to get close to the vehicle and you're going to tap the vehicle. He said, because of go slow. No. As long as there's a lot of queue, you have to give a good distance. He said, quando si marcia in colonna, conviene aumentare la distanza di sicurezza per evitare, for you to avoid tamponamenti, for you to avoid hitting le catene, for you to avoid the hitting of the vehicle. The word catene there, you check with like chain. Now, remember, in colonna, which is queue, no, column. Let me see if he has picture. Good, chain like this. He go show chain like this. That word here, catena, is talking, remember, in go slow, you will see vehicle, they are like chain. One near one near one near one near one. One is close to one, other one is close to one, other one is close to one. You understand? In go slow, vehicle are close to each other. So it's like a chain shape. It's like a chain, you know, getting close to each other. That's why you do word catena. It's that for you to avoid not to hit the vehicle, you need to increase your security distance. That's what it means here. Okay? The word catena means the chain because they are all like chain. All right? Tamponamento e catena, hitting the vehicle close to it. Yes, it is true. È vero. In case you have any question, you take a screenshot and send with your additional voice notes. Number 14. La distanza di sicurezza, all right? We must be distance, okay?
La distanza di sicurezza va sempre mantenuta, anche prima di iniziare un sorpasso.
Now, he said la distanza di sicurezza va sempre mantenuta. He said the security distance must be always, sempre mean always, maintained. Also, before starting overtaking. So, your security distance must always be maintained. You must always maintain your security distance before even thinking of to carry out overtaking. Meaning you must give a good distance. Then you can be able to carry out overtaking. Yes, you must maintain your security distance. La distanza di sicurezza vai sempre mantenuta, sempre maintain, the word mantenuta meaning maintain, okay? Anche also before of starting, before you start, iniziare una supply, before you start overtaking. Yes, it is true, è vero.
La distanza di sicurezza deve essere aumentata qualora sia difficile valutare il comportamento del conducente che precede.
You see, la distanza di sicurezza deve essere, il security distance must be aumentata, must be increases, qualora, as far as, your security distance must be, deve essere, must be aumentata, must be increased. So you must always give your increased distance, not to get close to the vehicle in front of you, okay? Deve aumentare, qualora, you see, as far as, se difficile, as far as is difficult to valutare, to evaluate, okay, comportamento, to evaluate the comportments of the driver that you are following. Conducente che procede. Now, the vehicle in front of you, the way he's driving is like the man is sleeping, or the way the man is driving is like the man, I think this man must have drunk. You understand? So what you do, you give a good distance from the vehicle so that in case he match break, the bet match break, you will not go and hit the person. You understand? So he said, la distanza di sicurezza deve essere aumentata qualora, as far as it's difficult to evaluate and to comportamente, to comportly, meaning to understand the condition, to understand the driver that you are following. Yes, you must increase your distance, and the answer is vero.
La distanza di sicurezza deve essere tale da riuscire a fermare in tempo il veicolo, in caso di pericolo.
You see, la distanza di sicurezza deve essere, il mio security distance must be taglia, must be that, taglia di uscire, fermare in tempo veicoli in caso di pericolo. Now, your security distance must be that you'll be able to exit. Okay? You say use the word such there. Uscire meaning to be able to, okay? To be able, all right? Total word there. You see, la distanza di sicurezza deve essere taglia di uscire. Your security distance must be that you'll be able, okay? That you will be able, okay? Fermare, that you will be able to stop in time. You're able to stop your vehicle in time in the case of danger. So the reason why you have to give a good distance for the vehicle in front of you is that in case the vehicle in front of you suddenly match brake, that is a danger braking, sudden braking. So you will not go and hit the person. You will stop. You will not be able to stop it safely in time. That's why I said, la sicurezza deve essere taglia di uscire, le fermare in tempo il veicolo in caso di pericolo. Yes, it is true. And the answer.
La distanza di sicurezza deve essere almeno uguale ai metri che il veicolo percorre durante il tempo di reazione.
Now, you see, your security distance, la sicurezza deve essere un metano. Your security distance must be at least, okay? Your security distance must be at least. La sicurezza deve essere a meno. Your security distance must be at least equal, meaning uguale, meaning equal, must be at least equal with the meters that the vehicle that you are circulating durante mentre che i veicoli percorrono durante il tempo di reazione. Your security distance must be at least equal with the meters of the vehicle that you are following, that you are circulating on, and the time you realize to stop. Okay? So if you are following this vehicle, this is me. The distance I'm giving from this vehicle now following now is 2 meters. If this vehicle suddenly stop, me, I will stop. My 2 meters will still be there. You understand? So it has to be equal. Now listen again. La distanza di sicurezza deve essere almeno, it has been at least equal with the meters that of the vehicle that you are circulating, that you are following. During the time you now realize to stop. Tempo di reazione, during the time of your realization. Yes, it is true. Okay, nothing will change. You are giving that 15 meter. If that vehicle stop, you will just smash your brake. You will not hit the vehicle. At least it should be equal. Okay, uguale. In case you have any question, take a screenshot and then add voice note to it. I will answer. Number 15 say distance. It says distance vehicle, distance and vehicle. Distance and the vehicle you are giving a distance to. All right, this one only have one there. Let's go.
La distanza di sicurezza deve essere aumentata quando il veicolo che precede trasporta un carico sporgente, poco stabile.
You see, your security distance, la distanza di sicurezza deve essere aumentata. You see, your security distance must be increased quando i veicoli, when the vehicle che procede, when the vehicle that you are proceeding with, okay, trasportato un carico sporgente, poco stabile. Now, he said your security distance must be increased when the vehicle that you are proceeding with, that you are following, is transporting a load that protrudes, meaning the load that exits from the vehicle, meaning they carry load, the load don't come out from the vehicle, excess load, okay? And then the load also, the vehicle also have poco stabile. You also have a little stability, meaning the vehicle is not stable. It's transporting the load. You see, load, it's shaking on the road. Yeah, you have to give a good distance of that vehicle. Okay? It says this sicurezza deve essere aumentata. It must be very, very increased. It's supposed to aumenta, meaning increase. And now aumentata. Increased, meaning give me distance. All right? It says when the vehicle that you are proceeding with is transporting load that protrude, that exits, poco stabile, which is like this. Let me show you. Good, you see? This one comes as a protrude out of the vehicle. And then it consider poco stabile, and it consider a little stable. It's not too stable. The vehicle not too sound. It is observant. So you need to give it distance. Yes, it is true. È vero. In case you have any question, take a screenshot and then ask me. It's voice note. So right now, here comes to the end of chapter 12. So remember, we started from 10. So we're going to select the quiz from 10. So 15, from 10 to 15. So let's go. All right. So get your book and biro. All right. Get your book and biro. So let's see what you get. Number 1 to 30. Number 1 to 30. Number 1 to 30. Let's go. All right. Guess you are on number you want. Number you 1 to 30. Number 1. Number, right? Number 1 to 30. 2, 3 on a book. 4, 5, write it to 30. Okay. So as you keep writing it, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. All right. So let's go. Let's go. Number 1, attention.
La distanza di sicurezza deve essere aumentata qualora sia difficile valutare il comportamento del conducente che precede.
Yes, when you don't understand, è vero.
Sulla distanza di sicurezza influisce la velocità a cui si viaggia.
Yes, your speed that you are driving also depends on distance.
Lo spazio totale di arresto dipende dalla velocità.
That space of stop also depend on your speed.
Lo spazio totale di arresto aumenta se aumenta la velocità.
That space of stop increase when you increase your speed.
Sulla distanza di sicurezza influisce la dimensione del veicolo che precede.
Your security distance also depends on the dimension of the vehicle that you are following. It's a lie.
La distanza di sicurezza dipende dalla potenza del veicolo che precede.
Your security distance also depends on the potential, which is the bigness of the vehicle that you are following. It's a lie.
Sulla distanza di sicurezza influisce il carico trasportato dal veicolo.
Your security distance also depends on the load that you are transporting.
Lo spazio totale di arresto è pari allo spazio percorso durante la frenata.
If your total space of stopping is equal with the space of driving and during your stopping, it's a lie.
Lo spazio totale di arresto aumenta se la strada è coperta di fango.
Total space of stopping increases when the road is covered with mud. Remember,
La distanza di sicurezza non dipende dal tipo di alimentazione del motore.
the security distance,
Benzina, gasolio, GPL.
the security distance do not depend on the thing you are filling your vehicle with, right?
Lo spazio totale di arresto aumenta se diminuisce la velocità.
The total space of stopping, he said it will increase when you reduce your speed, is a lie.
Lo spazio totale di arresto aumenta se l'asfalto è ruvido.
He said if the road is rough, lie.
Lo spazio totale di arresto aumenta se la strada è innevata.
The total space of stopping increase when the road is covered with snow. Remember,
La distanza di sicurezza deve essere di almeno 100 metri
100 meters.
in caso di forte pioggia.
Because of rainfall, na lie.
Sulla distanza di sicurezza influisce il numero di corsie della strada.
The security distance influence the numbers of lanes on the road, is a lie.
Lo spazio totale di arresto dipende dall'usura dei
Total
pneumatici.
space of stop also depend on the usage of your tire. Yes, I don't fly.
Lo spazio totale di arresto non dipende dalla velocità.
The total space of stopping, he say not depend on your speed. Na lie, it depends.
La distanza di sicurezza dipende dall'attenzione e concentrazione del conducente durante la guida.
Yes.
La distanza di sicurezza può essere diminuita nelle
The
gallerie.
security distance must be reduced in gallery, is a lie.
Lo spazio totale di arresto è indipendente dall'usura dei
He say
pneumatici.
is it dependent of the tire, is a lie.
La distanza di sicurezza deve essere mantenuta solo dai quadricicli a
The
motore.
security distance only need to be maintained on only vehicle with 4 tire, which is this kind of vehicle. It's a lie. All vehicle.
Sulla distanza di sicurezza influisce il numero di ruote del veicolo.
The security distance influence the numbers of tires, is a lie.
Lo spazio totale di arresto aumenta se i pneumatici sono usurati.
Total space of stopping increases, okay, when the tires are worn out.
Sulla distanza di sicurezza influiscono l'aderenza e le condizioni dei pneumatici.
The security also influence the gripping and the condition of your tire. Yes, it is true.
La distanza di sicurezza deve essere almeno uguale ai metri che il veicolo percorre durante il tempo di reazione.
Yes, è vero. The security also influence, right? Almeno at least equal with that meter. I draw that.
Sulla distanza di sicurezza da mantenere dal veicolo che precede influisce il tipo di servosterzo utilizzato.
Servo sterzo, is a lie.
La distanza di sicurezza dipende dall'efficienza del freno a mano.
The real distance also influence your handbrake, is a lie. Freno di servizio, not handbrake.
Sulla distanza di sicurezza influisce la concentrazione del
The
conducente.
concentration of the driver influence the security distance, is a truth.
Sulla distanza di sicurezza influisce l'efficienza del freno di servizio.
This also influence the efficiency of the freno di servizio, which is the leg brake.
La distanza di sicurezza dipende dalle condizioni di salute del
The
conducente.
distance also depend on the condition of the health of the driver. Yes. Congratulations, everybody. I guess you guys understood. So you can rewatch the video, rewatch it. All right, our assignment is going to come out from this particular chapter, which is from 10 to 15. Remember, from 10, we started from 10, we stopped at 15. So the chapter, we're going to do it 10 times, okay, so that you can rewatch the video very easy and cheap. Okay, the most important, you're going to do the quiz 10 times, all right, repeatedly. All right, guys. See you guys in our next class. Grazie mille a tutti. Buona serata. Ciao, ciao, ciao ragazzi.